It's the ACB confirmation hearing on the Soyless Math Show. When the fun is happening, Tame is happening too. My people, I have great comedy news. RGB's replacement, or RPG or whatever, no one cares anymore. At least not the Republicans, right? Her replacement, ACB. They're calling her ACB because they respect her legacy. Her replacement got voted unanimous by a unanimous vote. She's in. Let me tell you something, my people. Let me tell you something. I wanna give you a picture of why this is so funny. I'll give you a little summary of all the hearings or whatever. And then the real shocker. You don't wanna miss it. The best part is at the end, so you wanna watch the whole video. Do it. I'm a brown person, so remember, anything against me, like only watching half of my video, is an act of racism. Watch all the videos, subscribe, click the bell or whatever. Remember what happened with Kavina and how like a billion women came to accuse him of being a gang rapist? I get it, immoral, I disavow, but it was real funny. You gotta admit, it was really funny. Mamacita, it was really funny, so you must understand. My expectations were high when I saw ACB's hearing, and I saw this, a bunch of people, pictures. Was this the people accusing her of being a rapist pedophile? No! Oh, disappointment. Just people that are affected by Obamacare or something. Like, I'm still not a US person, right? I know what Obamacare is, but not really. So sadly, no one even accused her of being a rapist. Ugh, fucking Democrats. Get your shit together. But the hearings were funny anyways. Not as funny as they could be, but let me show you a bunch of technical problems in a Supercut.
Professor O'Hara. Professor?
This will pop back up.
Is the professor with us?
I want to take a moment to honor the life and legacy of Justice Ginsburg, but today we're here to consider a nomination of a highly qualified jurist to the United States Supreme Court, Judge Amy Coney Barrett. And in spite of being busy working as a Seventh Circuit Justice, she makes time to be involved in her community.
Professor O'Hara, if you can speak up. If you hear me, please speak up. Professor, could you count to 10, please? Could you speak? If you can hear me.
My Democratic friends decry the idea a nominee has predetermined outcome in mind, while in the same breath, they demand the nominee agree to their preferred outcome of a case. Their allies in the liberal media are saying terrible things about you and your family. Stand tall, stand proud, and stand true. Rely on your faith.
I am sure I believe in science, and I support science.
Do you support children and prosperity?
I support children.
Do you hate little warm puppies?
I do not hate chinchillas.
Oh, I see.
Is it working? Professor, could you speak up, please?
Suggest that she unmute her mic.
You need to unmute your mic, I've been told, Professor O'Hara.
How many people are listening and watching because they may take a message from what you say, they may see what you say and be deterred from using contraceptives.
Can she hear us? Well, I'm afraid we have technical difficulties, and I guess what we'll do now, if you can fix them in the next 30 seconds, let me know. If not, Judge Barrett, we will hear from you. Any progress with Professor O'Hara? Okay, Judge, if you don't mind, you can take your mask off, please.
That is what is on the line. Healthcare is on the line. And Judge, that's what's on the line.
Hard to explain hypocrisy and rush taking place right now. And my experience around politics is that when you find hypocrisy in the daylight, look for power in the shadows. And if you're looking at who might be behind this, let's talk about people with unlimited money to spend and a motive to do it. A lot of this money, I'm convinced, is polluter money.
Let our polluting powers combine! Super radiation!
Deforestation! Mud! Toxic!
Hate! By your polluting powers combined, I am Captain Pollution! Go pollution!
Texas also restricted interpretation assistance for English limited voters.
English limited persons! That's me! Woo! Representation for me!
I think there's an asterisk hanging over the trophy.
Well, number one, I want to thank Judge Barrett for not interrupting us during your hearing. Senator Coons.
So this is the even funnier part. Oh, I love this part. It's the best one. So Democrats tried to delay the ACP confirmation, but they couldn't. The Republicans just denied it. They could say no because they have more votes in the Senate, and apparently it's all about the Senate. No one cares about the House. So the brilliant high IQ move of the Democrats was to quote-unquote boycott ACP's hearing. They didn't show up at all.
It is striking that as we sit here right now in this committee room, there are only 2 Democratic senators in the room. If you look at the dais, there's chair after chair after chair that is empty.
But when it came time to actually vote, not even those 2 showed up. It was no one. No one. So, oh no, Democrats. Look at that. It said in the highlight that I made, because it's super funny, Democrats had opted to boycott the hearing, leaving no one to oppose the nomination. She got a 12-0. No one voted against her. But that's not all. It gets better. Oh, it gets even better. So Twitter and Facebook censored a story about Hunter Biden, right? About his computer or laptop or whatever. It came from wherever. It doesn't matter to me. The point important to this video is that all the Republicans were sharing the story, right? And Twitter went and censored the publication. You couldn't share that link. People still tried to share the link. So they started banning literal people that work for the government, like the hot blondie that Donald Trump hired as the Speaker of the House or whatever. The main campaign account for Donald Trump. That's an official one, by the way. They also censored the US government. They started censoring .gov websites because the Republicans put it on official governmental websites. Just copy and paste the story so that people could share it on Twitter and Facebook, but they just censored the government anyways. So, of course, the Republicans now want to subpoena Facebook and Twitter CEOs. They sent letters demanding that Twitter and Facebook CEOs appear before Congress to testify and get their comeuppance. But, fucking Republicans. It really looked like it wasn't gonna happen after all. It looked like it wasn't gonna happen after all. But because no Democrat showed up to the ACB hearing and couldn't vote on other stuff that they voted on, right? Look at this! With celebration music in the background, woo! We got him! We got him! Woo! Woo! Yes! 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 Look at this! The committee's vote to authorize the subpoenas was 12-0, with none of the committee's Democrat senators voting because of their boycott of ACB's Supreme Court nomination. If you're not there, you can't vote. And presumably, right, some of those Republicans that were getting cold feet and didn't want to do this, maybe they relied on the Democrats to show up and vote, but because they didn't, now Facebook and Twitter are gonna get their comeuppance. So we have a hearing. Yes! They banned me so many times. Now the US government is gonna ban them. No one cared when they banned me, the taco. But when you censor the literal government, maybe something's gonna happen. Maybe.
And who wins when you allow unlimited dark money in politics? A very small group. Who else would be putting buckets of money into this and wanting to hide who they are behind donors' trust or other schemes?